Hey guys, as you've probably already figured out, the Z, the track car, is getting a brake upgrade today. You saw these get painted up just a minute ago, and actually there's a really cool way. I'm sure if you're looking into doing Brembo upgrade on your Z, you've probably already noticed this, but you can actually get these calipers through like Advance, or I got these from O'Reilly's because Advance was out of stock, but you can buy them remanufactured. They're already rebuilt with all new seals and everything. And after the core return and everything, which means you just have to turn your old ones in, they end up being only about $100, a little bit more than $100 piece. So $200 for the fronts. If you want to do the rears are going to end up being significantly more, and I've found that they're just harder to find. I'm actually not doing the rears right now. I might be working out a different rear brake package if it needs it. I'm going to try it with just the fronts upgraded for now. I think it'll probably be fine for my driving style. I actually like a bit more front brake bias anyway, so we'll see how it works out. If it sucks, then I'll do the rears, but I'm going to try and just get away with the fronts. But for now, I've got the car jacked up, I've got the wheels pulled off, and I'm going to start kind of tearing everything apart, pull the old calipers off, get the old hoses. I am doing stainless braided lines while I'm at it, front and rear. I am going to swap the rears out for those too. And I'm going to be flushing all the fluid out for a race fluid. So I'm going to get to it. Alright, so I've got them both on. As you can see, there's driver's side. There's passenger side. They're both hooked up. I am still waiting on those lines. Apparently, a lot of companies are having some difficulty with getting things shipped out in a timely manner right now, which I don't blame them. There's a lot going on. No big deal. The lines should actually be in on Wednesday. Today's Monday, so no big deal. And when I get those in, I will throw those on real quick, and I'll see you then. Oh, one other thing before I forget, I did actually weigh both calipers, and because I was just curious, because they felt significantly different in weight. I wasn't really expecting much of a difference, to be honest. Turns out the Brembo caliper weighs just about 7 pounds, whereas the steel caliper, the original, it's twice that. It's like a 14.2 or 0.3 pound caliper, which is significant. So I thought that might be interesting to somebody who's really trying to shave off every bit of weight they possibly can. This, I mean, 14 pounds just off of the front axle is probably a pretty good step. I'm not going to be good enough to make anything of it. I can't take advantage of a 14-pound weight savings. That's just like me not eating for a couple of days, but still, kind of a cool thing. And that's pretty much it for this video. Got the brakes all finished up. I went ahead and bled the brakes. I didn't bother recording that just because that's about the most unexciting thing I could think to film. It's a pain in the ass. Takes a long time. I did drive the car. I made sure that the brakes do work. Can't really do any footage of like brake testing and stuff like that because according to EBC, I need to drive it pretty mildly for about 100 miles before I can even start giving it heat cycling and stuff like that. They want it to keep it cool for a while. There's like this coating that they put on the front of the pads. It's supposed to help bed the rotors and pads a little bit better. So I'm going to follow their instruction. The car's not strictly street legal right now anyway, so I'll just give it a little bit of time. I'm doing laps around my complex just to make sure that I can actually hit that 100 miles. It's going to take a lot of laps. I will have the car on track pretty soon now that things are starting to open up. I would like to go and do kind of a shakedown, make sure things are all kind of where I want them to be at this point. I need to finish the paint first. I want to close up the rear end and do some metal work back there before they'll probably even let me on the track. But other than that, it's almost ready to go. Obviously, I've got some other things I want to do in the future, like I'm probably going to do coilovers, and I'm definitely going to do new wheels with wider tires, just stuff like that. But those are all things that I can kind of do down the line and kind of mark the progress from each of those mods. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to get like a benchmark as the car sits and then do coilovers and see if that makes me faster and do tires. You know, it's kind of, it's more of a personal goal thing than anything. If you have any questions about the brakes, obviously just leave me a comment below. If not, thanks for watching.